I'm sure everyone who plays Palworld, a game about catching pals in spheres and pitting them against each other in high-stakes battles, thinks to themselves, I wonder if I can catch every fishing spot with only beginner-level fishing gear. So that's what I decided to do today. First I had to make myself a beginner fishing rod and some simple bait because I had long since passed the beginner fishing rod. And you'll notice, hey, why does he get the legendary guy to fish with and I don't? Well, that's because none of these really help me, it's just they keep me closer, so I could fish better. We're in our first intermediate fishing level spot where I thought I was trying to catch a purple sparkly fish, and I'll get into what I call these fish later, but anyways, I thought I was catching a purple sparkly fish, and I was kind of excited for catching it, but hold up a minute, that doesn't have the boss logo on it. So now we can get into what I call these fish. We got pleb, boss, special, and god. So what I caught was a pleb fish, which means I have to go back to the same fishing spot and actually catch the boss fish, which isn't so bad, but it's a little tedious either way. So I had to go a little bit longer, struggle for a little bit longer, trying to catch this boss fish, and I ended up getting a turtle from it, which is pretty nice, you know, that means I don't have to catch the boss level fish again. And now we have to move on to our next little area. So now we're in the Faybreak Islands, and we're trying to catch this little special fish right here. Because, you know, it would save me trouble later on. But just as quickly as I tossed my rod into the water, which you shouldn't do, you should toss the bait in there, I instantly lost. So, because of the stark difficulty difference between intermediate and advanced, I decided to go catch a pleb fish in advanced, just to see if I actually could realistically, like, go this entire challenge. Because if I couldn't actually catch an advanced fish, there's no reason for me to try master. Now, I'm sure you're wondering, why am I going about this in such a weird way, catching pleb and whatever, but the point is, I wanted to catch every one of each spot, but I kind of lost track anyway, so I just decided if I catch a higher level fish, I don't have to catch a lower level fish, and I mostly remember when I catch the higher level fish. So we decided to go for a boss level, just to kind of ease ourselves into the advanced area. And after a bit of a struggle, it wasn't too hard, honestly, compared to the rest, I got a Kojiro boss. So that was quite the thrill. And now we've got our first god fish over in the master area. It's so hard to figure out whether or not an area is advanced or master, especially on Faybreak, because it's just so weird. But just like with special fish, I didn't even need to speed up the footage for this one because I just instantly lost and moved on to the next area, which was over here at the iceberg. Now over here at the iceberg, we have a boss, a special, and a god fish in the master spot over by Neptilus. And you know, I thought maybe just you gotta toss out as many shots as you can towards the godfish just to see if you can, you know, there's no reason in not trying. And this one I actually did a lot better on than the first one because it wasn't just a bunch of side to side stuff, but as you can see I still lost. So then I decided no big deal, I can move on to the special. And I tried to make sure I could catch the special instead of getting a pleb or a boss. Because as long as I get a special fish in the master area, that means I have a chance of getting a god, you know? And as long as I get the special fish in the master area, then I don't have to catch the master special fish later on, and I just have to go for the god master fish. And as you saw, I had a bit of a struggle there, but then it gave me a bit of leeway and actually decided to stay on the left side for a good 30 seconds. And over here, it moved around a bunch, and I got really upset because I was like, oh god, this is where it like starts moving side to side a bunch, and I just couldn't catch it. But I ended up actually getting a Azarobi Christ. So I think that's pretty cool. Now you'll notice here, if we look back to our little chart, we'll see that the Godfish is both a boss and a legendary passive. This one is also a boss and legendary passive, but it was just a special fish. This just means I got really lucky. I'm still gonna go and try and catch an actual Godfish in the master area, but I just never noticed this until now. Here I was still kind of in that mindset of trying to catch every fishing spot, like every, you know, Godfish and whatever. And I thought to myself, if I catch this Godfish in intermediate, I don't have to catch any other intermediates. So I was kind of like moving that mindset around. But I lost the first one, so you'd think I'd get it on the second one, and while I do better than the first one, I still don't get it, and I get mad and accidentally spit ice at the water. Now we're on to another godfish in the master spot over by the Terraria place, and this one I actually put up a good fight. I never thought I'd actually get this close, but as you can see, it's a real back and forth, and honestly, it's just really rough. I don't know how I locked in for this long. I just really wanted this challenge to be done, but ultimately in the end, it pulled out the good old left and righty, and I just could not keep up. But I was in luck since there were two more godfish right nearby. So I gave it a shot, and the first one honestly went as well as you would expect. Definitely not as good compared to the first one I just did. And then we went on to try number 2, hopefully get a better shot. And this one took a while to bite, and honestly it just ruined everything. And I moved on. Now we have 3 godfish in the iceberg area, master area. And, you know, even though I had 3 tries, I still botched every single one of them. But I pushed on. Here we have another godfish in master area by the Terraria fast travel. And, you know, I'm lucky I'm even finding this many godfish and wasting all of them, and I accidentally spat ice again. Here I decided to downgrade and go to a special fish in the intermediate area in the desert. So I guess I just kind of wanted to calm down, you know, after losing like 6 godfish in a row, I wasn't feeling the best. I just wanted proof that I was still a good fisherman, you know? It's like how you mess up at, I don't know how to fill the space here. I've never talked this long. And now we move on to a special fish in an advanced area, so I have some redemption to do from the last time I tried catching a special fish. And you'll see here it's going much better than it did last time, and I actually caught it. I got ourselves a munch hill. Yippee! We're now at a godfish in an advanced fishing spot, and I thought, you know, maybe I got special fish, so there's maybe a way I can get the godfish. And I came close, but I ultimately lost it. And this time I actually let off some steam by throwing a spike at the nearest special fish. You're probably wondering, why do I have the whole preset party called Fish? Ladies and gentlemen, it's Sensa from the future here, and I'm here to tell you why I'm using a specific preset called Fish. Because even though I show you guys like the passives these guys have, I don't actually show you guys why they're in there. Here we have Glopey, who is one I'm going to be using for a bit of this video. And it's while fighting together, the capture gauge decreases more slowly in the fishing minigame when the bar is not aligned. Which means I have more of a chance to catch up after losing a bunch of progress from the masterfish doing its thing, Gangler, which is, while fighting together, the time it takes for pals to bite during the night is reduced. So, you get a quicker bite. Big deal. But the real big deal is Glopey and Alaska. While fighting together, the fishing minigame starts with the capture gauge higher than usual. Additionally, the capture gauge fills faster when the bar is aligned. So yeah, these are the 2 teams you're gonna want if you are gonna go fishing. This is a master fishing spot. We got our work cut out for us. Uh-oh. 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 This is also masters. If we get this done, we pretty much can say we got everything else done. I knew he was going to do that too, and I'm upset I didn't predict it in time. No! Alaska. So, I mean, it's not in, like, a realm of impossibility. It's just really far. If you're starting out, yeah, it's going to take you a while. So, I mean, even I don't even have it. So, I mean, this is just if we have Glopey, which is actually a more plausible, like, thing for you guys to do. I keep trying to predict it, and then when I, like, because I know it is going to happen, and it always does happen, it's just I can't do anything about it anyway. See, that's just because everything in this game is scummy. Anyways, I'm gonna kill all these pups because of collateral damage. See, that one was getting cocky with it. He was like, oh, now I'm over here. I'm gonna wait for you to get over here, and then I'm gonna move on over. I can do it. I know I can. Oh, what more could I have done? It was starting to look hopeless, but I found one more fishing spot. Which one's this one? Master? Cool. I would normally keep this at normal speed just to kind of build suspense and tension, but this was almost a minute long of me fighting the stupid fish. Holy crap, I did it. We did it. That is Master. Alright? Now we can just do advanced now. Although I guess we can like look at all the fishing I did previously and kind of do like an average, you know, of like which ones I caught, which ones I didn't catch, and then see like what like your percentile. That's actually one I want. Oh guys, I'm lucky in every department. Pressure gauge fills faster when the bar is aligned. Yeah. That's quite something, isn't it? You know what else is quite something? The subscribe button, which you guys should be hitting, because I only post occasionally, so I don't show up on your feed that much at all. Okay, we're gonna see if this works. Oh yeah, that's much higher. Okay. You can kind of tell by the silhouette, they're not always going to be the same shape as what PAL they correlate to, but they are going to be like generally the same. And since Finsider has such a unique shape, that's just going to be what it is. Oh yeah, you can kind of see that it is going up just a little bit faster, I think. I'd have to compare, I'm not entirely sure. Oh, it's a kelp sea. Cool, so it doesn't matter, the silhouette, that's great. When you really look at it, being able to catch things faster doesn't mean anything, or at least in this case, if you're gonna like keep missing all the time. Having Glopey is probably a little better than having Walaska at the lower levels. However, once you start getting advanced and, you know, higher level bait, you know, it starts becoming a little more tedious. That's kind of why I'm doing this whole challenge. So realistically, all you have to, you know, once you're high level and you have better gear and stuff, well, Alaska is definitely the way to go. I guess that would explain why he's so hard to get, despite his title being so low level. So, can you catch with a beginner fishing rod without having any problems? No. But can you catch them with enough luck? I might have like a thing where I do all the math and shows like, or like with how much of the godfish I tried catching compared to the one I actually caught. Like, what are the chances of catching a godfish in the master class with a beginner fishing rod and beginner bait? And plus I had Glopey. So even then, it's not that great, but you know. Well guys, that was the video of me trying to catch the highest level fish with the lowest level gear. I hope you enjoyed it because it was really annoying for me. I had to spread this recording out like across a week because I just stopped trying for a bit. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed it, and I actually do plan on doing another Palworld series. So get ready for that. It might be another year before I upload it, but you know, just know that I had the idea. See ya.